세팅.
Already the first serve, concern for Venus, has yet to make one, and Serena, when she's played returns, has hit them hard and deep.
Well, and that's why she double faulted Venus, because she put in a big second serve, fearful of Serena's return.
Serena's opponents have not gotten much crowd support, as you'd imagine here at the Open, but that's not the case tonight. Perhaps just a slight edge to Serena in crowd noise at the intro, but Venus, lots of fans here as well. What are the signs we should watch for early to see if Serena is feeling the pressure?
Her moving. I'm going to be watching how her feet are going in this first and second game. There's been no rallies yet, but when she comes out sluggish in the beginning of a match, she normally doesn't move very well, and everything starts from the feet up. So that's what I'm watching, her movement. Her focus is there, I can tell.
Serena Williams.
The majority of Serena's warm-up today, she was hitting to the forehand corner repeatedly. That's the side she's going to try to break down.
There are no secrets in this court, that's for sure, Mary Jo. There are subtle changes in tactics. Venus, in that Wimbledon match, even though she didn't beat Serena, was effective serving to Serena's forehand, especially here in the deuce court. Changed the pattern, though. Big one.
Yeah, and when she beat her, the last time they played on a hard court, Venus beat her by attacking Serena's forehand. And a lot of people try to stay away from that shot because it's also her strength, but Venus capitalized on that.
Venus fights out of trouble. When she made the first serve in that game, she won 5 out of 6 points. And Wimbledon was a 4th round match, and again, plenty on the line, and we saw laser-like focus from Serena and terrific serving from the start.
Yeah, and she never looked up. Hardly saw any emotion.
And remember, Venus at Wimbledon the year before this had battled eventual champion Petra Kvitova, so Venus still very much a contender to win this title. Serena was aware of that.
That's her best surface, you know, having won it 5 times on the grass.
So Serena's first service game.
I think both players are going to be serving wide to the forehand, Chris, and trying to open the court. And that's such a good play. It's a 1-2 play. We're going to see a lot of that. And the serve looks sharp right from the start.
Definitely. What a contrast to the second round match, which is the match with Kiki Bertens when she served 8 doubles in a set, and that's when she went back to the practice court immediately after to work on it. Patrick Mortongler said that it may not be perfect, but a lot of progress has been made since that second round scratchy performance.
Yeah, she went out for an hour afterwards and was trying to work on the timing. Her balance was off. She was catching the ball when the toss was coming down instead of when it was at its height. So she spent a lot of time working on it, and since then it's been great.
No double faults against Keys. Dominant on first and second serves. She went for a lot. She really beefed up the power against Keys. Served a lower percentage, but still didn't face a break point. She was hoping that return would float long and wasn't ready for it.
40-2.
I think there are 3 players out there on the tour that can outserve Serena if they're really serving well, and that is Venus and Kvitova and Madison Keys. But I think Azarenka has a shot once they get into a rally at the baseline.
You say they can outserve Serena if she's off, though. If her level isn't that.
I'm saying they have to serve well to beat. If they're not serving well, they're not going to win because they don't have a shot in long rallies. Azarenka doesn't have a big serve, but she is in every rally with Serena, and that's why she's done so well this year. The French and Wimbledon, she's won a set off Serena. She's in the other half of the draw.
On a hard court, Venus won the most recent. That was in Montreal last summer in 3 sets, and that's the only win in the last 7 meetings head to head.
This is a strategy that's good for Venus, is to sort of give her a different look, not just rallying at the baseline by coming in and having a target at the net. She's got a better volley than Serena. That's one area she's better at.
Forehand firing early for Venus. She would love some comfortable service games in this set.
Well, the 2 shots out of the barometer are her second serve and her forehand. She's hitting those well, then look out.
Serena stepping in and attacking that 84-mile-per-hour second serve.
But important, as Mary Jo said. Mary Jo, that was very correct. I mean, she's won 7 out of 8 so far first serves points, but only 2 out of 6 on the second serve. Clock in that forehand.
Venus with the 1-2 punch. Hot serve early stages in Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Williams leads 2-1 for sets.
This is the kind of big New York event that attracts the celebrities. Oprah Winfrey, of course, and Gayle King to her left. Mr. Trump is next door to us. And yes, she's a big Serena fan and close friend, Kim Kardashian.
He's
dining companion last night. Serena's second service game.
Venus loves to stand in so close to return serve. I wonder if she'll make any adjustments today if Serena's serving well.
Let's watch where she stands for this second serve. She's been really creeping forward at this U.S. Open more than ever before. She sure did, Mary Jo. If Serena can't do better on the second serve, she faces that kind of return.
I mean, this is a player. Venus Williams has not only played her 26 times, but she's also practiced with her probably from the age of 5 or 6 years old. She knows Serena's game better than anyone.
It was a loud one.
I think Venus let Serena back in the point.
Totally.
A couple of shots ago, Mary Jo, she could have come in and she hesitated.
Yeah, she could have taken it out of the air. She decided to let it drop and then allowed Serena to defend and get back in the rally. But already emotions from Serena. This has been very high quality thus far.
Just a fist pump after the serve. Venus isn't so sure. She rarely challenges, but she will here.
Wow.
She'll often go matches at a time and never use the challenge system. But she says, wait a second, little sister, let's just check this one. Base review shows.
Right.
Yeah. Sometimes you wish Venus would use the system more. She's too trusting, I think, of the chair umpire and the lines people. Mary Jo said is important because when you see emotion shown by Serena against Venus, you know things are a little bit different.
Yes.
You know the stakes are a little higher. She was very contained at Wimbledon this year. I thought,
Yes,
in
she
that
was.
fourth round match. We did not see the Serena roar.
A little more at stake here in this match.
Oh, what a stretch return from Venus. And that forehand was really effective so far.
Well, and Venus is one of the few players that can get Serena on the defensive, that can match her power. And I can't stress enough, who knows her game better than anyone, who knows her vulnerabilities, who knows her triggers. And it's become an emotional and mental match as well as a physical match.
Two games all. There must be days as a returner where you just feel like you're seeing the ball well, anticipating. Maybe Venus is having one of those nights. At Wimbledon, even though you say she knows Serena's game so well, I didn't think she could read her serve at all. It shows you how difficult it is even for Venus to read. Tonight, she's on it.
And also the grass can take the spins a little more. And they're a little more extreme. She can get better footing when she's running for the return serve, especially on the ones out wide. She's winning 9 out of 10 points when she gets her first serve, and that's why we just can't talk enough about how important that first serve is.
Challenge from Serena now. This one goes Venus's way. So it's Venus who has more aces in this tournament than anyone, including her sister coming in with the first two tonight.
Trying to make the rally short, Venus Williams, and she knows Serena's defense so great. She doesn't want to get into any long rallies. Do you notice that, Mary Jo? Like the second or third or fourth shot, she's trying to go for a winner.
Yeah, she's seeing the ball big. She's hitting the cover off every shot. I really think in the running department, the defensive position, Serena does a better job. I think it's been harder for Venus to get back into the court, to change direction. So she knows she has to take that first strike.
Exactly.
She's got big strides if she covers court quickly, but it's the change of direction. Serena has always had the edge.
Serena has a little more fast twitch muscles. She can get off the mark quicker.
Venus needs a quality second serve. And that's why Serena just pummeling that backhand return. You are living dangerously, Chrissy, aren't you, when you serve a second serve to that backhand?
2 out of 8 returns right now on the second serve. Venus Williams has been unsuccessful with that second serve so far.
Serena's second break point chance. I think they're both trying to hit the cover off the ball. That was a blasted return, Mary Jo, but right at Venus.
It's incredible, the pace that you're seeing consistently. How many winners have they both hit already?
Well, off the ground,
Not 15.
Serena has 6
Yeah.
and Venus has 5 purely ground stroke winners.
Advantage, Venus Williams.
There's definitely no hesitation on either side.
How could she get out of that pattern, Chrissy, of second serve to Serena's backhand? I mean, it's proving to be trouble.
Well, it's not even that. It's just get the first serve in.
Okay, I get
How
that.
about that?
I get that strategy. Understand that.
But remember, she's going for huge first serves.
Yeah. Maybe just be a little more alert when Serena returns it.
For someone with such a big first serve, there's a big gap in miles per hour to her second serve.
All the power on display, but Serena with a tough shot to set up the winner and has another break point now.
Not a shot we see very often. But I think she sensed that Venus was a little bit far behind the baseline. And this is when Mary Jo was talking about mobility. This is a big difference in their games. I mean, Serena's so low, crouching.
You said fast twitch. Look at her change
fast
direction.
twitch.
Game, Serena Williams.
So Serena gets the first break.
Serena Williams
Goes in
leads
front
3-2
3-2.
for sets.
What a view in this massive court. Two sisters, all business, trying to not focus on who's at the other end of the court, even though that seems impossible when you have to feel your opponent's game.
They're not looking at each other. They're avoiding totally eye contact and just, you know, Serena's looking down at the ground an awful lot, just trying to play the ball and not the opponent.
She's playing it pretty well too, Chrissy. There are no unforced errors so far in Serena's category. She only had 6 in that win over Keys in the last round.
That's where Patrick, her coach, Maratroglu, has helped her just clean up her game and clean up the unforced errors, make her a more consistent player, keep the power base. And also the fitness has improved. She's getting in and out of corners better. He's been a total inspiration to her.
Patrick's comments were interesting in terms of this rivalry. He mentioned to us at Wimbledon that when they played in Montreal, he stepped back. He figured Serena's got this. She knows the game plan. It's family. I'm not going to give her the usual pre-match talk and tactics. And he said after the fact, when Serena lost, that was a big mistake. He needed to treat it like any other match, and he didn't at Wimbledon step back. He said he treated it like any other formidable opponent and got Serena charged up. She played much better. So I'm sure that's what they did again today.
He was too soft on her back then, but he's really been great. Made her a student of the game, and they talk a lot about strategy now. She didn't do that 10 years ago. She just went out and hit the cover off the ball. By the way, the player box of Serena's a little emptier tonight because Orsine doesn't seem to be there.
No.
Or Isha. Orsine said she's probably going to stick around the house and maybe do a little shopping during the match. And Isha said, I don't think I'm going to go to the match. Where am I going to sit? Whose box am I going to sit in?
It's gotten much more difficult for the family, they say. Easier for the two players, tougher in the family to watch their confrontations.
For any youngster out there watching this match, try to watch how early they prepare for their shots, how they get their racket preparation earlier than any other of the players on the tour.
So Serena consolidates the break. Needs 4-2. You look at the all-important second serve points one category that defines the outcome of so many matches. Serena just been able to protect her second serve better. Last time that trend was bucked was Venus's last win, by the way. She lost the first set in a tiebreak to Serena in Montreal last summer, but turned it around. That was just the second Serena error so far. How about that, Chrissy? Between them, 58 wins.
Yeah, both
in this
players
sport at night.
have done great. This is a real crucial game for Venus to at least stay in this first set. She's only one break down if she wins this game.
Serena reading that she really backpedaled quickly to make that return of forehand.
She just compromises and improvises, I think, a little bit better, a little bit quicker than Venus.
Venus, I think, thought the serve was going to be long and just walked away, turned her back to the return.
She could challenge her own serve if she wanted to.
She could. She was sure, Mary Jo, off the racket it was long.
Yeah, she stopped playing.
The serve was good, I'm told. So right in the fat of the line. So Venus just gives the point away. didn't miss. 117.
40-30.
Oh, they both have such different swings on their serve, don't they? Yet they're both so powerful.
Venus decides to throttle back and hit a slicing first serve, change of pace, but Serena was ready for it.
Serena's hugging the baseline more. Just taking the ball early, taking time away from Venus.
Drop shot, lob combo, and a little smile and a fist bump to her camp from Serena. She's got a break point now to get a firm grip on this set.
Using that drop shot a lot.
Chrissy, you know, she actually practiced it quite a bit in the warm-up, and I was kind of looking at her like, is she just resting? She never dropped shots, and she's pulled it out.
Yeah.
Serena Williams. He lost this.
So Serena, plenty of power, and just a little finesse. Now will serve for the opening set.
The U.S.
It's got to be a little bit frustrating for anybody, much less Venus Williams, a seven-time major winner. She hasn't played badly, Chrissy, and she finds herself down a couple breaks to Serena, who's been very sharp.
Serena has just been better in every category out there. Game-wise, emotionally, mentally. Oh, that's too good.
Sure is.
No, she hit that behind her,
15.
that backhand. This is an excellent return. She really, Venus stepped in and nailed it, but she just stabbed at it for a winner. You can tell, though, that Venus is maybe another trick up her sleeve here.
$30 left.
It could be a pretty helpless feeling for any Serena Williams opponent, even her big sister, when she's playing this well and showing no signs of nerves, pressure. Wow.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about playing your sister.
40 left.
If you're the better sister, if you're the better tennis player, you will feel sorry for your sister, but there's no way you want to lose to her. And Serena's playing right now that way. Like, there's no way I want to lose to Venus.
Yeah, it's exceptional tennis and not much sentiment on Serena's side, as you'd expect. 33 minutes. Serena Williams a set closer to her slam. Achievements and the example of Arthur Ashe, and before him Althea Gibson, inspiring both these women, they've said many times. Second set.
And Chris, you can add activists to Venus Williams' credentials, because she really stepped up for equal prize money in 2005. She had a powerful message to the All England Tennis Club. 2 years later, the women had equal prize money.
She's been an activist and an ambassador for the sport, that's for sure. That's why they both have big fan bases. It depends on what you look for in an athlete and a champion. Personalities, as you pointed out, are so different. You like your champions to be fiery and in your face and aggressive. Of course, you gravitate toward Serena, who's all of those things,
40 love.
perhaps in greater quantity than anybody.
Oh, that was beautiful serving from Venus.
First game,
And
second.
just to continue your thought, I think the contrast of their personality is one reason why it works so well. They complement each other, and they're there for each other. And I mean, Venus, I just can't get over the way Venus sits in her player box at every final. She supports her younger sister. No animosity, no bitter feelings, because she knows she's the better player.
At Wimbledon, they were entered in doubles, pulled out before they met in singles in the 4th round, but insisted that had nothing to do with it. At this tournament, they did not enter the doubles. Serena's been a great front runner all over the world, but especially here at the U.S. Open. Only once in her career, and she lost a match after winning the first set. Because she wins so many first sets, many of you by now probably know the answer to that trivia question. You have to go back 11 years. When Jennifer Capriati got Serena in the quarterfinals. But that's it, 78-1 after winning the first set.
Well, champions know
30,
how to
15.
build momentum, and they know how to carry that on. And this momentum, by the way, started in her match with Maddox Sands. Bethany Maddox Sands played a terrific match against her, was up 6-3, 5-all. Serena reeled off 7 games in a row and then continued it with her match against Madison Keys. And we're seeing
40,
that
15.
high level of tennis here in this match.
Mary Jo, she follows the double with an ace, intent on not letting the serve yips return.
Well, the biggest difference to me is just her composure. She's so much calmer, more relaxed. And we see this often. The better the competition, the better the opponent. That's when Serena raises her level.
Yeah,
And it's
Serena
amazing
Williams.
the difference from week 1 now to week 2 in the quality behind every shot she's hitting.
History suggests,
One
though,
game,
that
all seconds.
this could be a danger match because the quarterfinal has been the most vulnerable round for Serena at majors. Over the years, she's lost 13 times at this stage. When she gets past the quarters, almost unbeatable in the semis, and of course in the finals of the majors, 21-4. And that's why history suggests this is a huge hurdle for her. If she can get past the player that's gotten more victories against her than anybody through her traditional trouble round, look out. Roberto Vinci, the veteran Italian, awaits the winner of this match in the semifinals on Thursday. And whoever wins it, especially if it's Serena, becomes a huge favorite
Yeah, I would
to reach
think
the
there's
final.
not going to be any question that Serena would pull out that match. But look at the other half of the draw. You have Kvitova, Panetta, Azarenka, Halep, 4 really tough players. Kvitova's already beaten her this year, and Azarenka has been so close a few times. It's not going to be easy in the final.
Crowd appreciating a rally. There haven't been too many.
Is that like the longest rally they've had?
40 love.
Say it's one of them.
Ask our Skinny John, our statistician. He just blushed.
Now, both players, as you point out, want to get the first strike in, keep the points short. Yes, that was the longest round.
That's for serve.
They don't always bring out the best in each other. But this is the best I've seen them play against each other in a long time.
Did you see the spin on that, sir?
Nasty slice, only 80 miles per hour, but Serena could just wave at it. 2-1.
Venus leads 2 games to 1 in the second set.
On serve, second set. Serena's caught up in the ace department, 4 apiece. Both serving exactly 63% first serves. The difference has been the second serve.
The other difference in serves between this generation and the past generation is the toss. I mean, in our day, we had 3 tosses. We had to serve wide, serve down the tee, to serve in the body. These players, they all have 1 toss, and it's so tough to read.
Serena, many believe, has the finest toss in history, Chrissy. It starts in the palm of her hand, then she rolls up to the fingertips and releases the ball well above her head, and it has a little spin on it, but it's so precise. Hits the ball almost in the same spot every time, first and second, no matter where she's directing her serve. Venus knows that she had an opportunity there in 15:30 second serve.
That was a big second serve, though, 100 miles an hour.
Sure was,
yeah.
Mary Jo.
She probably saw her inching in closer. Rick Macy, who used to work with the Williams sisters, said it's like Serena has an egg in her hand and she places it on a shelf. That was a good description.
Discussion today in the Wall Street Journal about Serena's toss and the difference between her toss and Roger Federer's toss. He's also got a very difficult serve to read, but he throws the ball up in the air with no spin. The ball's very still.
Right.
And Serena, you can definitely see that rotation comes off the fingertips.
And she's so explosive with her legs. I mean, that's what gives her the power also.
Venus hasn't yet been able to create a break point. Gets to deuce.
When she has time to set up, Venus, that forehand is deadly. But when she's rushed, that's the first thing that goes. She hits it too late.
Big return. She's so rangy, and Venus got out there wide to create her first chance to break tonight. Serena knocked to the deck as she slipped. Another terrific return by Venus.
Venus Williams.
Well, Well, if anyone's going to read her serve and know Serena's patterns, it is going to be her big sister more than any other player out there.
Break point again. First real show of nerves by Serena. And Venus breaks a streak of 18 straight holds in a row for the #1 player.
Mary Jo, you're down there. What's going on there?
She's going to a new, freshly strung racket. She tends to do that when she loses a game or two and feels like she's not feeling the ball as well. But that last second serve was the first time we saw the issues she had in the first week, where she's backing off before she finishes the swing on the serve.
Badly miss hit, just 68 miles per hour.
And she's backing off on her ground strokes too. Stop accelerating.
35.
Looked like the nerves arrived very quickly, Chrissy, in that last game. No sign of them really in the first set at all. Venus is playing quickly and dominating in her service games now. Hasn't lost a point on serve in the second set. Venus going to turn this quarterfinal around, up 4-1.
Venus Williams leads 4 games to 1.
So you're a small business expert from AT&T.
Yeah, give me a problem, I've got the solution.
Well, we have 30 years of customer records.
Our cloud can keep them safe and accessible anywhere.
Serena has turned around so many sets this year at the majors to stay perfect at the slams. Can she do it here?
Offensive.
Serena, Chrissy, with the first 5 games without an error, is now
It's almost like
piling
she's
up in bunches.
relaxing. Maybe she just relaxed a little bit too much after that first set.
Oh, Venus sailed the forehand up with a deep return.
15-30.
Very high quality match when you see total winners 19 for Serena, unforced errors 7, 15 and 7 for Venus.
Venus a chance to really take a commanding double break lead in the set, and the crowd seemed to annoy Serena.
Yeah, she's getting a little rattled.
Thank you. deuce.
Good defense here, and
Sure
then she
was.
changed it into offense, and a good play to hit behind Venus.
The stretch one-handed back and then the spin.
Taller players have a tendency to have a little more trouble changing direction.
Advantage Venus Williams.
Her game has come undone. It's unraveling a little bit here.
Certainly the serve is third double. All of them in this set.
And her
Second
groundies.
chance to break for 5-1.
And Venus Williams.
5-1. And Venus will serve to force a final set. Whether or not you're a stranger or a big sister, to beat Serena, you have got to take advantage of moments in matches like this when Serena's off her game. And she's played a very poor 15 minutes.
Well, she's had 10 three-setters in Grand Slams this year.
Got to be 11. And the thing that makes you believe in Venus's cause when this goes to a third set, assuming it does, is that she's found her serving rhythm here in the second. And she can be tough to beat. And she's serving at 77% as
Yeah.
she has been in the second
And
set.
it's not 1 o'clock in the afternoon where
No.
heat and the sun would be a factor for Venus.
I think it all started with a double fault on break
Good
point to go down 3-1. I think that started to play on her mind. It's affected her ground game as well.
Take that.
15
Big
to
sis. She hit that with conviction.
What did Serena say? I serve big, she serves big. I hit hard, she hits hard. It's like playing a mirror sometimes. And that's
Exactly.
why Serena respects Venus's game, her ability to take the power to her. 2 points from the set.
And I think that win over Bencic, Venus Williams
30-40.
had in two straight sets, was an indication to Serena how well her sister is playing,
Yeah.
because Bencic handled Serena 3 weeks ago.
Serena a chance to get one of the breaks back. She mishit the return. She really came and crowded the box a lot, Chrissy.
Venus has to watch it here, though, because she needs to win this game. Because if she loses this game, then Serena's only one breakdown, and that's a whole different ball game. She needs to close it right here.
far the better server in the second set. Set point.
Venus moves a little bit slower on that backhand side. And Serena also knows how dangerous that forehand can be and doesn't want to take that chance right now.
She still moves remarkably well for 35.
She does.
Dealing with her autoimmune disorder. It's been great to see her. Still so fit, strong. She's really trying to attack those serves, Mary Jo, but she's misfiring on those returns.
She's trying to force it a little bit too much, and she's trying to muscle the return.
Mary Jo, is that a good 4 feet inside the line?
Yeah, she was trying to do that, remember, against Bethany Maddox Sands in the beginning.
Set point number 2. Tried to guide that forehand on set point. Effective body serve.
Right into the body. Serena was moving in even on that serve.
Third chance for Venus. First half hour was our little sister. The next half hour, big sister was the boss. Venus and Serena in the quarterfinals. Comes down to 1 set. New York, where each of them broke through as Grand Slam champions in consecutive years. Serena first in '99. Venus winning the next 2, including the 2001 final over Serena. Their first encounter in a Grand Slam final. They meet here for the first time in 7 years. Final set. With everything that Serena is chasing on the line. Venus's chance at a turn back the clock title.
Okay, well, Venus has got to continue to keep these rallies short. Chris, under 4 shots, she is way ahead. Anything after 4 shots, Serena is ahead in the rallies.
Been very few long rallies. First time Venus has tried the drop shot, and it doesn't work. Serena's been successful a couple times.
Yeah, they're both trying a lot of different shots, showing. I'm wondering why Venus doesn't hit more slice backhands and keep the ball low to Serena. I'm surprised she's not using that shot more.
Huge return, because almost every ground stroke hit has been thumped.
She's looking for that wide serve right now.
Yeah, I think that's a dangerous serve at the moment against Venus with her reach, and she's committed to swinging at it. So if she connects, you're on the defense immediately.
The great thing about Serena's serve, though, is she can mix it up, and she can also go down the tee. She's got to keep Venus honest and go down the middle a little bit more.
There again, she's falling back before she finishes the serve. She's anticipating the big return from Venus. And you two were talking about the ball toss. The ball toss was a bit lower that time.
Oh, my.
It's the second time she's followed a double fault with an ace, and you're seeing more fire and more emotion from Serena than is typical of these sibling matches. Maybe less than you've seen a lot of other matches, but against Venus, she's almost always quiet, subdued. Not tonight.
This is New York, though. Might be different than Wimbledon.
It's also the calendar slam, major number 22, all of that stuff. Oh, now an overrule. Jay Garner in the chair. It was called double fault. Venus, I guess, grudgingly will accept that.
She's asking whether Serena gets a first serve.
Here's the unofficial chase review.
Ooh. Out.
That was an overrule of a serve that was out, and Serena wins the point with an ace to hold open the final set. So again, Venus choosing not to challenge if she could have.
Wow, that was a big break for Serena Williams.
Let's go to Pam Shriver with Venus's coach, David Witt.
David, such an immense turnaround first set to second set. Why?
I think it's really depending on who serves better. I think Venus's serve cracked a little in the first set. She lost that one break, but then she played a lazy game to get broken again. Wasn't ready for a few balls. If she keeps her serving percentage up high, I think she's got a chance. She's attacking Serena's second serve. So, I mean, she's playing well.
What do you think it meant to Venus when she saw some double faults from Serena in that second set?
I think she knows she might get a few free double faults here and there. I think Serena throws in like 4 a match, but you know, it's rare. But she's just got to keep attacking, and she's playing well.
What's the most important part of this third set?
First serve percentage, I'd probably say, and they're both going to attack each other's second serve. So Venus is, when she's serving well, she's then more free to hit out on her shots.
David, thank you.
And thank you. That was done at the end of the second set, by the way. And Venus, until that last game, Chrissy, when she struggled to close out the set, had only lost 1 point on her serve in the set. Serena all over that return.
Yeah, but David Witt is right on the money with the serving. First serve percentage. 58% Serena in the match so far, 67 for Venus.
That was a tight second serve. Venus took a look at how close Serena was, Chrissy, and then just barely curled it over the net.
Serena really stepped in and just cut off the angle. The first couple games are so important to both these ladies. It's going to set the tone for this whole third set.
2 break points. Oh, that's just exceptional. Serena fought off a body serve and then placed a winner in the corner.
And did you see the way she reacted to that? So relieved, but doesn't want to rub it in and give the big yell.
Those 2 shots she hit were a lot tougher than she made them look. Again, more fire than we're used to seeing in a Williams versus Williams match from the far end of the court. Venus, her usual calm self.
15.
Oh, she certainly got over that second set quickly. Of losing 6-1, she's reset beautifully.
I think, Chrissy, that Venus knows better than anybody. Uh-oh, this is when Serena can get rolling and reel off games very quickly.
Yeah, she has another level that she can reach Serena, and she can afford so far she's so good she can afford to play 4 or 5 sloppy games if she can get it back.
Venus was broken in that last game, even though she only missed 1 first serve. So the pattern that Witt was hoping for was there. But Serena dealt with those first serves.
These points are going by so quickly. I mean, this is a fast-paced match.
She had a lot of time there to really wind up and hit that.
30 over.
When she has time, it's lethal.
Deep second serve, but Venus pounds. Chance to get the break right back. Serena not enjoying when the crowd gets involved. Turns her back to the court.
She can make that happen every time on a big point, on a break point. Just makes her head and shoulders different than any other player out there.
21 majors. Big part of it.
I guess so. miles per hour first serve. That is the fastest serve of the night for her.
Exactly. It equals Venus's fastest serve.
That's remarkable.
Now Serena had to fight off a break point. Stretches it to 3
Serena
love.
Williams leads 3 games to love for final sets.
Winning my first champion.
There's the other competition at Arthur Ashe. Which celebrity will get the biggest cheer when their face is put up on the big screen? Aziz Ansari is the winner so far tonight. There must be lots of Parks and Rec fans. We got a huge cheer. A lot of noise when Donald Trump was introduced. He's Johnny Mac next door. I'd say the reaction was more mixed.
Now that's an interesting duo right there. Johnny Mac and
running
Donald
mate,
Trump.
running mate, maybe. Venus must find a way to get a foothold here. A must-hold game. She's going to keep her U.S. Open alive.
And by the way, to get to that 3-love lead, it was nothing that Venus did wrong. I mean, Serena, as usual, just came up with those big serves.
And some excellent returns.
It was what we saw in the first set. Venus played a good first set. Serena was just better.
Venus seems very relaxed out there, Mary Jo, in this match. More relaxed than Serena.
Venus on defense. Serena may have played an out ball in that swinging backhand.
And Serena wanting the crowd not to cheer during the rally, telling the chair umpire
think that ball, Mary Jo, was going to land in the alley. She chose to play it.
Look right here. She's talking to the umpire, telling the umpire to tell the crowd to be quiet.
Many times over the years, they've not listened to that. And you can understand why. They've been eager to see some competitive rallies. So many of these points have been over in bursts of about 4 or 5 seconds.
I know. So many rallies under 3 or 4 shots. Critical, but that means that they're hitting a ton of winners.
Sure.
Already 30 winners for Serena, 21 for Venus, but very low in the error count, which makes it a high quality match.
So Venus gets the crucial hold and now must hope that Serena gets a little wobbly on her serve as she did in the second set.
Big game for Venus to break back right now.
David Witt said Serena would give you a double. She's been averaging about 4 per match. He's exactly right, and she's now at 4 in this match. But this is not as good a serving performance as Serena had against Madison Keys in the last round.
But I think she's returning better than she did against Madison Keys.
Keys played just 1 bad service game per set against Serena. Had some doubles of her own, and that was it.
Madison hits the ball as hard as Serena and serves as hard as Serena. Just doesn't have the experience or the movement yet that Serena has.
The problem when Venus is standing that close to return, if she doesn't have a clean hit, she's in a bad position to recover.
And that's the 14th winner. Serena smacked on the backhand side. That's really been the more dominant weapon for her tonight, not the forehand.
Oh yes, there's a men's quarterfinal after this. Djokovic versus Lopez.
Yes, there is, Chrissy.
After all this.
Venus cut flat-footed. Serena stretches it to 4-1.
Serena Williams leads 4-1 in the final sets.
It's almost forgotten in the talk of all the history Serena is chasing. This would be her 4th consecutive U.S. Open title. She was a 6-year-old when Steffi Graf at 19 won the Golden Slam, all 4 majors, and the Olympic gold medal in '88. And Serena can equal that feat, not the gold medal, of course, and also equal Steffi's total of 22 majors. Closing in on that possibility.
And if she reaches 22, there's no reason why she can't reach 24, which is Margaret Court's record.
And if Serena can get through this match, win the semi, and be in the championship match here Saturday afternoon, it's not beyond the imagination to think that Steffi Graf might be here.
That would be great. Steffi really hasn't wanted to talk about this.
Now, she's very private.
Very private and
Understandable. Has always been rather shy.
but has gone on record saying she hopes Serena does win it and match her number of Grand Slams. So that's very gracious. I'd like to see her out here present the trophy.
You've had that honor
Anyway.
presenting the trophy.
Yeah, it's an honor to present a trophy. So it would be great if she could do that.
Not as nice as winning one, but presenting it is pretty good.
Yeah, comes in second to that. Venus pressing a little bit too much, knowing that she's got to win the point quickly, that she's forcing her into making a lot of unforced errors right now. But she needs this game.
That wide serve has been so effective tonight against Serena.
Both these young ladies are serving wide so well and just getting them off the court.
But Venus has been returning a lot of those, as Mary Jo pointed out, effectively.
Yeah.
Serena struggled a little bit in the wide returns. Good work by Venus. Maintains contact in the set, maintains potential scoreboard pressure from her little sister.
To me, this is a big pressure game for Serena right now to hold serve. Because if she loses this and Venus wins her serve at 4-all, oof.
I just saw Chrissy Serena shoot a glance down toward Venus. One of the rare times I've seen her look in her sister's direction tonight before this service game.
You also get the sense that the crowd will get behind Venus.
Spinning serve that Venus isn't sure caught the line. But no challenge.
There is no holding back now with either of these ladies, even on second serves.
Serve did catch the line, I'm told. Serena has now reached 10 aces for this match. That's her biggest total of the tournament so far.
Another into the body serve.
Serena starting to show more emotion, trying to will herself to the finish line.
Is this the most emotion, Mary Jo, you've seen from
Yes.
Serena in these sisters matches? Me too.
Yeah, if it gets close, it's, I mean, all the pressure in the world is going to be on Serena. Big game for her.
I think they're all big from here
Oh
on
boy,
out.
here we go again.
122.
Her fastest. Serena, more emotion. She gets within a game. The semifinals. Venus to stay in it next.
Oregon, Michigan State, Saturday at 8 Eastern on 8.
Trying to dig in, stay alive, and force her little sister to try to serve out this quarterfinal.
They bring out the best in each other. This is why Serena said Venus is the toughest player for me to play.
And that's why this match was compelling, coming in for so many reasons. Perhaps the biggest hurdle Serena will face in her chase for number 22.
Well, much better quality than the Wimbledon match, that's for sure, where it was 6-3, 6-4. Venus did not play like she is tonight, playing at a higher level.
Ay, 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 said Serena, showing you that she was off balance on that swing.
She almost has more problems with the balls that come right to her, you know, making those little adjustment steps.
Venus shows good fight,
Serena Williams leads 5 games
but
to
Serena just one
final
hold away from the semifinals. You saw the look in her face in that last game, and Serena would feel just massive relief if she could win 4 more points, because she just wants to get past this match.
She's in a good position now. She's got to be happy that she's serving for it.
Good team.
Remember at Wimbledon, she had a 2-break lead in the final against Garbiñe Muguruza, and suddenly got tight. That big lead went away. She had to break to win it. Venus painting the baseline with that forehand.
You're right. She's 52 and 2 overall this year, but she has not played well at the Grand Slams. Hasn't shown us her best tennis.
Yeah, she's undefeated at them.
But she hasn't. She's been in trouble in so many of her matches, like this one.
It's a gift from Venus.
That's for serve.
Serena fell backwards, and Venus shovels it long to give Serena 2 match points.
This has not been an easy night for either sister. Showed on her face just then.
Game, set, match, Serena Williams. 2 sets to 1. 6-2, 1-6, 6-3.
Serena Williams powers past her big sister within 4 sets of her greatest achievement. And it was not easy, Chrissy. You said it. Relief and a lovely exchange between the two.
She looked like she was in pain the whole match when they showed a close-up on her face, but they played their hearts out, and it was a very high